Hi crypto kings and queens, welcome to my channel. In today's episode, we're gonna go through BTC and Ethereum. What's happening right now? We're breaking above the level that we've been talking about. The trend line on BTC has been broken. The next level that we're looking at is 34.6k. If the market does reverse, we're looking at the lower time frames to figure out where those levels can be, where we see the market have the pullback to. When it comes to Ethereum looks a little bit differently. We are still below the trend line when it comes to it. On the lower time frames, you'll see how the market is now trying to break this level, but the same thing as we have on BTC. On the lower time frames, I will show you some of the targets where the market could potentially drop down to a retest if we don't have this explosive continuation to the upside. Remember, I'm no financial advisor. You need to look up everything yourself first, but please continue looking at this video and I'll show you the most important levels that we have right now on BTC and Ethereum. Now, if you're looking for a great platform to trade the market on, you can right now receive a $10 free when you're depositing 100 to trade. When you are pressing the link, you will directly come to the front page where you just give your information to create the account. This is how it looks when you're coming to Bitflex. You will have where you place your order at the right. If you scroll down, you'll see that this is where you will have all of your contracts, your positions, filled ones, order history. So this is basically, you do everything on the same website. On here, you have the chart. I always look at TradingView when I'm analyzing, but this definitely works really good too. When it comes to all of these different numbers here, if this freaks you out, you don't have to focus too much on it. You need to focus on how you're placing your order, risk management, of course. If you want to go and see what any recent trades, you can do that. But the most focus is, of course, on your trades, risk management, and you can get that $10 when you're signing up on this link. And this is, of course, also how you are supporting my channel. Okay, so the first thing that we're gonna do is that we're looking at BTC. We're starting off, we're looking at the daily chart. You already see that I have some text here that explains exactly what we're looking at this time. Just overall view, we've been talking about this for a while, but for the ones that haven't or know about this, market created a pullback down to 24,800. Going back in time, we can see that this is a previous support level, and this was actually where the market was going sideways from in the beginning of June last year. 2022 finally have the power to break above the trend line, and now what we're looking for is, if this is the new high low level, what's going to happen is that the next potential high level, of course, needs to break above the previous high. Based on some Fibonacci levels, I'm looking at the next potential higher low level to be around 34,630. Now, on the lower time frames, we will obviously see if this is going to be the case. This is the target, but we obviously have a long way before we are coming up to that level. Looking at the lower time frames when it comes to the 4-hourly, previous high, we have the last lower high level in the downtrend that in this case have been broken. So two levels that we could pretend, if the market is not just continuing up to 30,000.3k, which it can definitely do. This is a big zone that we're looking at right now. See how the market is bouncing against this level since before. But if we expect that, or if we start to see a pullback, the first level that we're obviously looking at is this previous lower high level that was the previous resistance, just might turn into the new support to then have the power to continue from this previous lower high level to have the momentum up to the next target. On the lower time frames, on the 30 minutes chart, if we would start to see the market pull back down to 28k or 27.8k, we will see on the lower time frames how these levels will be broken. Now, we don't have so much data that the market is just going straight up. We have one support at 28,000.7k, created a small support. But obviously, you know, this is one level that we can look at, but there's a lot of things that's going to happen. I don't have enough data for me to be able to give you a very good level. The only thing that we're looking at right now is between 29.2 up to 30.4. And we want to see if the market's what the market's gonna do inside of here, because if we are just going back in time, whether the market's gonna continue with the higher highs and higher lows and the uptrend, expect at least that this can be a possible scenario that the market is going sideways around this level. Because remember, now if we are zooming out, This is a very strong resistance zone the market needs to break before we are reaching 34.6. The bearish scenario on the daily chart, we have another level, 26.4k. This is very far away, but I still have it just in case. You never know what's going to happen, obviously, and we don't have to focus too much on it. As you see, pullback zone, we have this lower high as a pullback zone and 26.4 as a pullback zone. And if the market then reverses, then we'll see if we're breaking the first one, we're looking at the second one. If the second one is getting broken, we need to look at the previous support that we did have. When we're looking at Ethereum at this time, Ethereum haven't broken above the trend line at this point. So we need to wait. You cannot see how the market on Ethereum is at this time retesting the trend line, which means that we need to see a clear breakup from this level and potentially have 1,835 around that level. This is a strong support level, and this could definitely be where the market climbs itself above it, have the retest from above, and the same way as you saw on BTC, that we will have the continuation of the push. But we haven't broken above the trend line just yet, and the same thing as I showed you on BTC. At 1,780, this is a zone. You can see how we were consolidating here. So if the market starts to drop down, we can definitely drop down to retest this level. Now, if Ethereum is breaking above the previous high, the same way as BTC, we need to break above 2,120. Just zooming out on the weekly chart, it kind of makes sense that we're pushing up to 2,300, 2,400. This is one of the previous support levels that we also did have. So yeah, we just have to wait and see if the market's gonna continue with the higher highs and higher lows. At this time, you know, we are at the beginning of the higher low to have the explosive leg. Market goes up and down, and in the uptrend, we're trying to find out where the higher low is. We want to buy low, and if the market is breaking down, we want to sell high. Thank you everyone for looking at this video together with me. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification so you know when I am live next time and when I do have my daily updates. Don't forget to follow me on my Twitter too, because this is where I give you daily updates. You have the link somewhere here in the corner. Okay guys, I love you. Mwah. Toodles!